Hey there, sorry. This is my informational project. Doesn't look like much right now, but I'm gonna teach you a lot. So this is about Braille, and Braille was invented by Louis Braille, and it's bumps, I would say, and you would read with fingers. These are for blind people, but they can still hear. So I made my own chart that can help you learn Braille. So let's get started. Alright, so first of all, we gotta learn how to remember. So the first letters you need to know are A through J. You can't see that, but you gotta learn A through J first. And the reason you need A through J first is because they follow a pattern in that way you can memorize this better. So how I remember it, so I made my own book. So you would, oh God, oops. So you would approach. So first of all, you would approach. So your goal is to, the goal here is to jump over the river. Actually, I might use an X though this time. I'd make it bigger. Okay. Alright. So, how you do this, so you would approach. So approach is the first letter, A, and that is very important. So approach is another important word that you have to remember. So you would approach a bridge. So we have what's called Braille cells, and it contains 6 dots. I'll show you those real quick. It would kind of look like this, kind of like a Lego block. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you have 6 dots, as you could say, and this is a cell. Like how these are like prisoners, and then they're in a cell, kind of like that. So that's your Braille cell. Back to this approach. So when you're looking at this, you're gonna make. So I'm using pictures, so this will help you. So I'm gonna make a river, and then you're gonna make a bridge. So this is this going across is your river, and then there would be one line, and you want it kind of near the edge. This is how you're going to remember your first Braille cell thingy. So that would be the first Braille cell. The first Braille cell. The next one is bridge. So you would approach a bridge. So next is B. B for bridge. Hold on. So a bridge. Your bridge, you're basically gonna do the same thing as the other one, but this time you're gonna add 2 lines. That's gonna represent 2 dots. And as you can see, they're going down. So when you're going down, you see how so it's going to be on this side and it's closer to this side. So that's going to be the first and second dots. And again, this is Braille. So that's bridge. Closed. So you approach a bridge, but it's closed. So that's C, of course. And you're going to make a closed sign like this. And all of these are going to be on the first 4. We're not looking at we're not looking at 3 and 6. We're looking at 1, 2, 4, and 5. Alright. So I'm going to make a closed sign. So closed. So you're going to make a rectangle, and then you're going to put closed inside. And remember, C is for closed. And closed. So imagine closed is going right across. So we're going to do 1 and 4. And we're not doing 2 and 5 until later on. So that's how you do C. And then, so you take the detour. This actually will really help you very well, because you can actually see it. So I'm going to do detour. So, detour. Right there. So that's D. So for detour, this is what your Braille cell is going to look like. So I'm going to make the symbol first. So you're going to make this shape. And then you're going to make upside down L. And then put an arrow like that. So that's detour. So that's like a detour sign. So you're going to make it just like that. So you're going to put 1 at 5, 1 at 4, and 1 at 1. And that's what detour looks like. You can actually see it. So like this is the arrow pointing up and then going that way. So that shows you like a detour, or this is how your Braille cell is going to look like. So it's going to be like that concept. So you're going to take a detour in your car, of course, but you realize you're empty. Your gas is empty. So E, empty. E for empty. So it's going to be, so it's going to be like in a diagonal. This is what I'm looking at. So I made this thing. Don't worry about what's up there because I messed up. So empty. So you're going to make like an arrow going down. You're going to make it kind of like in a V shape, and then you're going to cross it off and then color it in. And you're going to make it more like a diagonal, kind of like this picture that I made. So that's going to indicate, and remember, I'm only using the first 4 dots in my Braille cell. So that's what's in there. So again, you're going to make just like that. That's all. That's it. Just 2 going diagonal this way. Like, I can show you again. If you can see the arrow, like you can see empty. You can see it's like right here, empty, and then you can see it's going across that way. So that's empty. That's how you remember empty. That's really easy. So I'm using pictures, and then you can represent them as Braille cell dots. So you fill up with some fuel. So you're gonna fill up your gas tank with some fuel because you need to take the detour. So it's going to be a little weird because it's not going to actually look like an F. So let me do that real quick. So fuel, you're going to like make a box, kind of, and you're going to put an F inside. So that's going to be, so remember, so we're actually just doing A through J. Yeah, A through J. That's all we're going to do, and then I'll teach you how to remember all the other letters and all the other symbols. So what you do, so fuel is going to kind of look like, it's going to also look kind of like an upside down L, almost kind of like that, but it's going to go in the other direction. So it's going to be kind of like detour, but just move this dot to the other side. So it's going to be like that. I'm going to take another marker because alright. So what you need to do for, just underline. Make sure you make sure you underline all your letters, that way you understand. Alright. Take my black again. So fuel after that is G. So gridlock. So this is the whole thing. You approach a bridge, but it's you approach a bridge, but it's closed. So you take a detour, but your gas tank is empty. So you refuel with fuel, but now you're in a gridlock with other cars. So what you're gonna do, so this is how you spell gridlock. G-I-R-D-L-O-C-K. Gridlock. You're gonna underline. Don't forget to underline G. I'm not gonna take my red out again, but gridlock. It's very simple. It's gonna be like a square. So I'm gonna be like very quick here. I can go through this quickly. So imagine like those were cars. So he's in one of them. So you're gonna fill up all 4 spaces that we're using now. So that's G. So you trade. So you're gridlock. So you trade your car for a Harley. If you don't know what a Harley is, it kind of looks like a weird. It looks weird. So you trade your car for a Harley. Underline H. This one's gonna look like an L. So you're gonna make this oval shape and a rectangle coming out of it. Color that in. That's what your Harley would look like. So it's gonna kind of look like that, and it's gonna make this weird shape because this is gonna be they're gonna be connecting except for like these 2 last dots. So you're gonna make your Braille cell. Make an L, just like that. Right there. You're making an L with some dots. And next you turn on the ignition. So ignition, this is how you spell ignition. I-G-N-I-T-I-O-N. Let me do it again. I-G-N-I-T-I-O-N. Ignition. Don't forget to underline your I. You're gonna make another oval shape to make your ignition, and then you're gonna color most of the top to make it more 3D. If you want to, or you can just make an oval and that'll be your ignition handle. And it's gonna make it so you're attaching 2 dots, ignition. See? It's going right diagonal. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but hope you guys are. Actually, I might bring this a little closer so you guys can see a little better. Alright. Let's move you guys up. Okay. I guess you guys can see better. So that's the ignition. That's ignition. That's Braille cell. That's the Braille cell. The last one is, so you trade your car for a Harley, and then you turn the ignition on, and then you jump over the river, and then you're over the river because you're launching yourself in a car. No, in a Harley. So you're jumping, so you're gonna make this triangular shape. So jump. This is the last one. Jump. You guys should know how to spell jump. And then you're gonna make this slide kind of look. So it's gonna look like it's gonna be connecting the dots. All the dots this time. My thing sliding. So you're gonna make 2. So you're gonna do fill in 2 and 5 and then 4. So these are all of those together. And now you should have this ready because I'm gonna flip this because I'm gonna go on that side now. And I'm gonna show you something else. Alright, I'm going on the other side. Alright. So I hope you got that side already. So now we are already done with that. And of course you could do this in different colors, but I'm just doing one color now so I can get through this quick. Now onto the regular. So this is what my Braille is gonna look like. Your Braille is gonna look like. So remember, A is approach, so you're gonna have a bridge. So first is A. And you're gonna make all your letters lowercase. Actually, first, I need to tell you something real quick. So all of these letters are gonna be coordinating to numbers too. So say it's gonna be like A1, B2, it's gonna be like the number of the alphabet. Where like B is the second letter of the alphabet, so B is gonna be 2. So you're going to do that all the way to T, but T is going to be 0. There's no 10 because you're just going to do that. So for a number symbol, if you want to change the letter into a number, this is what your Braille is going to look like. It's going to be, I'll be copying this. So it's going to be, so that's your Braille cell. And you're going to put 3 dots on this side. You're going to be all the way down on this side. As you can see, it's like right there, right there, right there. And then you're going to make an L, so it's going to be a backwards L. Make it simpler. So that's your L. And this is going to be a pound symbol. So that's going to represent number. So that's when you're going to represent, that's when you are going to change the letter into a number. So a letter, so everything behind, like in front of it, is gonna be a number until you do this sign. This is gonna equal letter. And you're gonna put 2 dots at the bottom at 5 and 6. And that's gonna be your letter symbol when you want to have that. So that's gonna be letter. So that's when you're done with your numbers. You're gonna do letter, and you're gonna keep going with all your letters. So this is actually called grade. So we're in grade 1 Braille right now. I don't know if I'm gonna teach you grade 2 Braille, because it's a little harder, because it's gonna be harder to remember, especially. So capital, I'm just gonna tell you this, guys, real quick, because I still have a lot to go through and like some patterns I have to tell you. So capital is just going to be 6. It's just going to be 6, the last dot of the cell. And then the last one is decimal. You're going to just do 4 and 6, and that will be your so decimal is 4 and 6, and then capital is just 6. Let me erase this real quick. Alright. So remember, don't forget that I hope you guys at least memorized or wrote this, my key down. And I'll tell you why. Because now we're going to have a pattern, and it's actually going to be very, very similar. Alright. So you're going to have like rows. So I already showed you A through J. A through J. I already showed you all the A through J on this side. Now, what you're going to do, so for the next row is going to be K through T. So next row is K through T. And K through T is going to be, so what you're going to do, it's going to be the same exact thing. So you're going to write A through J first. So I'm going to do A first. So that's my A symbol. Now, what you're going to do, all through K through T, you're going to have a dot right here at the number 3. At number 3 right there. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be K, and so on and so forth, because that's the pattern. You're going to write A through J again, but you're going to do K through T. Do K through T with a dot at number 3. So I'm going to do the rest of them. So I'm going to label these two. So that's K, L. You might be surprised that L is not actually what it looks like. These are horrible because I'm writing with one hand. Right? Okay. So that's L. And then C, remember C, so you approach a bridge, but it's closed. So closed is a closed sign. Remember, it's going right across. And then remember, you have your dot here, and that will be M. Remember, these are actually lowercase. I'm just writing it like this. But of course you guys would know, unless I would do a capital symbol. That's just the 6th dot, and then M, and then N. So that would be D. So D, that's detour. Like that, and then you add your dot right there. So that would be N. Next one is O. So you make that slash. And you add your dot. It's like every other. So it's going to be every other dot. Starting at number 1. That's O. A. And no, not A. P. That's P. And then Q, you're going to write your gridlock. And then your dot right there. So the rest of these are going to include 3 and 6. And instead of just using 1, 2, 4, and 5. And that's Q. So it's going to look kind of like a backwards Q. It's going to be a P. It's going to look like a P. Because when you connect the dots, it's going to be a P. And you're just going to think the opposite, and it's going to be a Q. That's one of the easiest ways to remember it. And then, next one, R. R is going to be, so you're looking at the top, and then you're looking down. This is what mine looks like. If you guys can tell what I'm looking at. So it's like A through J, and then K through T. And then next is, what is R? So after Q is R. Oh, okay. So we're gonna do 1 through 3, and then 5. That's R. Right here. That's R. And then last one, T. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna be 2 opposite. So it's gonna be the middle, 1 in the corner, and then 1 in the corner. Just like that. And that is K through T. So we finished K through T. Oh. It's like green now. Alright. I hope you got all this down. So yeah. And so I thought like my camera just turned off all of a sudden. It didn't. Good. So I hope you got all of this down. I'm going to erase this. I might not erase it, because it's just going to be a little bit now. And I think I might do a grade 2 video for this. Grade 2 is going to be a little harder, because you're going to add like combinations of letters. So we're going to do U through Z without the W in it. So the reason we don't have W is because Lewis, he didn't do W for a while until like a long time, so it's gonna be in a different column. So for this column, you're gonna have both 3 and 6 down, like 3 and 6 are both gonna be colored in. Let me write it right here for now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that, okay, that will help you out. That's your Braille cell. Alright, so the next letters are U through Z without the W. So that's going to be U, V, X, Y, Z. So U, V, X, Y, and Z. So U is gonna, so remember you're gonna have both 3 and 6 down, these two down. So U, put an A, because U would be right under A, but I just have all of this stuff down that I might not have enough space. I might erase this soon, but actually I might erase it now because you probably have it down already. Oh. Hold on. What? So you can like get all the color out. Alright. So that's U, V, B. So remember, like a B. So you do a B first, and then your next 2 dots. So it's going to be an L, a really big L. And then X is actually really easy, because another easy one. It's just need to be 1 and 4 and 3 and 6, not 2 and 5. 2 and 5 are going to be empty. So that's X. Y, remember we're skipping W. Y is going to kind of look like it's going to be almost everything, but not. So you're just going to fill everything except for a number 2. Bring this over. Then the last one, Z. Remember, you're going to have your diagonal. And then your 2 dots at the end. And that's it. So that is U through Z without the W, because we're going to do W later in grade 2. It's going to be at a different section, actually. And yeah, I'll leave that up real quick for a little bit. And then we're going to do something really quick, and then we're going to be done. And that will be grade 1, and then we're going to move on to grade 2. Let me erase this. Alright. Alright. This is the last part of it. So we're going to actually move. We're going to skip one row. So we're going to skip this row because we're going to save this for grade 2. And we're going to go down to this row, but don't worry about this row because this is just some more extras for grade 2. And don't fill in, so you're basically making a graph. So you're not going to do the last 5 of the next row. Alright, of the row of U, from capital U, V, X, Y, Z, because we're going to save that for grade 2. And it's going to be very, very easy, because you're writing down words and other, like, things. So, next we're going to work on some punctuation. So, what a comma is going to look like. So it's going to look like, just right there, it's going to look like a door. Looks like just like a door. So in this row, everything is going to move down 1. So A would be like right there, but you're going to move it down 1, and it would be right there. So this is going to be that. And then this one is going to look like B, but down. It's going to be this, and then a colon. Right down in the middle. And then this is actually very hard. A period. D for detour. Right there. That's a period. And then we're going to actually skip E, and we're going to keep that for grade 2. And I actually don't know why he skipped it. For I don't know what reason. But he's using it in grade 2. Using it in grade 2 Braille. So we're gonna skip E and I'm gonna move on to F. So F looks like this. It's exactly the opposite of D for detour. That's gonna be an exclamation mark. And then this one is going to be, so this is your grid. Remember, you're moving down 1. Every dot down 1. And it's going to look like that. This one's going to be parentheses. Next one. This one's actually going to have 2. So like this. So it's going to be a question mark. And I forgot what these are. They look like 6s for some reason. That's going to be 2. And then this. It's going to be this one. And then the last one, right here, is that. And this is all the punctuation marks that they have for Braille. Oh. And I'll see you guys for grade 2 Braille. So, hope you guys like this Braille lesson. I hope you guys will probably use it whenever you need to. So, that's it. Bye. See you grade 2.